We love wrestling. We love the wrestlers who do it, but there's nothing funnier than watching something go wrong during the show. From when I started watching during the Attitude Era all the way to present day, few things have made me laugh like a WWE show gone wrong. Not all of them are funny though, some of them are downright brutal. Here's a tribute to the best botches and bloopers of all time, starting with Jerry Lawler gets royally dumped. Every now and then, wrestlers will be brought to the ring ceremonially while some local jobbers carry them. This was the case with Jerry Lawler, but as he was about to dismount his throne, the jobbers lost their footing, sending the king crashing down right outside the ring. The Undertaker's weak chokeslam to Hogan. The second time The Undertaker beat Hogan for the title was in 2002 when they were both going through their biker phases. Apparently some bad blood between the two, combined with Hogan's body shutting down on him, led to the worst chokeslam maybe of all time. And that signature move, not even finisher, was all it took to put down arguably the greatest performer in WWE history. Joey Mercury has a ladder for dinner.
There. Double noggin knocker. Oh my!
This multi-team ladder match featuring a plethora of high flyers was off to a great start until a creative spot with the ladder went wrong. As Jeff Hardy came off the top rope, the ladder flew into Mercury's face and completely busted him open. After giving the fans a visual to remember for the ages, Joey was removed from the match and received medical attention backstage. Spike Dudley doesn't go through a table. I really have to get around to making a Spike Dudley Bumps tribute video. Until then, here's one of the most sickening of all time. La Resistance was going to toss little Spike out of the ring and through a table, but Spike's heels got caught on the top rope and he missed the table. Well, mostly. The back of his head smacked into it as the rest of his body ate the impact on the floor. The announcer's table finally fights back. During an episode of SmackDown, Randy Orton was wrestling Kane and a table spot was going to be used. As usual, the wrestlers removed the TVs from the announcer's table, to keep the opponent safe as they hurt them. Orton accidentally stepped into a TV hole, which ate his entire leg and caused Orton and the table to go toppling over. John Cena gets a nose job.
To show he can stand toe-to-toe with John. He did a pretty damn good job of it. Yes, he did.
We can all agree that Seth Rollins' ripcord knee is much better as a signature move rather than a finisher. I'm sure John Cena doesn't even like it as that, however, as when Rollins hit Cena with it on Raw in 2015, he connected for real and rearranged the face that runs the place. Cena looked like he had a 5-round UFC title fight and lost. Stone Cold stuns the audience. Steve Austin had so much left to give the audience when he was forced to retire in early 2003. This all stemmed from an injury he received from the late, great Owen Hart following a botched, modified tombstone at SummerSlam 1997. Why was Owen Hart using this crazy move, which wasn't even his finisher? We'll never know, but he never used it again. It's insane to think what could have been with Stone Cold had this never happened. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, is bad at Royal Rumbles.
Yes, in just a minute. Let's take a look. Well, where is he?
Right, so in 1991, the Macho Man was supposed to enter at number 18, but he didn't. No one entered at number 18, and the match continued without him. A year later, after tossing Jake the Snake out of the ring, Savage threw himself over the top rope and planted both feet firmly on the ground.
But I think the Macho Man has eliminated himself. What a mistake!
Lastly, in 1993, Savage knocked Yokozuna off his feet, a legendary accomplishment at the time, hit the top rope elbow drop, and then tried to pin Yoko. If that wasn't dumb enough, Yoko bench pressed Savage over the top rope to win the match. What the hell? The Miz makes a huge mistake.
You have to vote. Go to
On Raw in 2006, The Miz was hosting the Diva Search and had one job: to go out there and tell the audience what the phone number was for them to vote. And oh my god, he forgot the phone number. He's out there with no cue cards, no one to help him, and a ruthless aggression crowd that was ready to eat him alive. Who would have thought in a few short years he'd be defending his world title in the main event of WrestleMania? Goldberg thinks he's faster than a car.
Goldberg's gonna go on foot! On foot? Is he crazy? Wait a minute, he'll probably steal my car!
When Goldberg finally made his WWE debut, he was thrust into a feud with The Rock. After Goldberg confronted The Rock backstage one night, The Rock jumped into a limousine and made his getaway. Goldberg, of course, had his cool muscle car ready to go, but I guess he can't drive standard as the damn thing wouldn't start. So naturally, Goldberg figures his legs are just as good as the car and tries to chase The Rock on foot. Vince McMahon has a fit, tears both quads. This is my favorite botch of all time. After Cena and Batista both accidentally eliminated each other in the finals of the 2005 Royal Rumble, Vince came screaming to the ring, throwing his jacket and having a fit. As he slides into the ring, you can see his kneecap catch the apron as it tears one of his quadricep muscles. Trying to power through the severe injury, McMahon puts all of his weight on the other leg, then tearing that quad muscle as well. He then sits in the ring with the look of utter bewilderment on his face. God damn it, Vince, I love this one. Chris Jericho has a little bit of the bubbly. During his feud with CM Punk, Jericho was accusing Punk's dad of being an alcoholic and calling him CM Drunk. One night on Raw, Jericho showered Punk with alcohol and then went to stomp him afterwards. The booze had made the floor slippery and Jericho crashed down to the mat as the fans in attendance broke out in hysterical laughter. Rey Mysterio tries to pull up, winds up pulling down. Future Feud of the Year stars John Cena and Edge are cutting a promo backstage on SmackDown as fellow babyface Rey Mysterio is doing pull-ups in the background. Cena and Edge are getting more and more fired up when the cupboard Rey is doing pull-ups on suddenly collapses, sending the legendary luchador to the ground. Cena tries to hold it together, but Edge completely loses it and has to walk away. The Titus World Slide.
Dinner with many princes and very important people, and he just...
How can we not include this? As Titus O'Neil was entering the Greatest Royal Rumble, he stumbled and fell forwards with his momentum and weight sending him completely under the ring. The best part is listening to the announcers lose their minds both as it happened and for the rest of the match. Thank you, Titus, for bringing fans and performers together as one in this moment. He shoots. He scores. Well, nope. Alberto Del Rio had a very strange up and down career. At one of his high points, he was world champion defending the belt against the Big Show. At one of his low points in the same match, he completely missed the villainous kick he was trying to perform, and embarrassingly had to do it back to back. To make matters worse, the Big Show sold it horribly, staring up into the sky like he smelled something in the clouds. Good luck in your first match, Eddie. Break a leg. Well, he broke his arm instead. Not technically a break, but an elbow dislocation. After securing the greatest in-ring talent WCW had to offer, WWE was excited to showcase the Radical's in-ring ability. Eddie's first televised match was tagging with Saturn versus the New Age Outlaws. After hitting his finisher, the Frog Splash, and getting injured, Eddie panicked and told the Road Dogg to pin him. Not the best start to an otherwise legendary run. That concludes our list of the greatest bloopers and botches in WWE history. Which ones did we miss? Let us know in the comments below.